Hello, hello, welcome beans. Hello to episode 6. I can't believe it. Episode 6. And I hope you all had a lovely week. For starters, it is a Friday. Woohoo. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Can I get an amen in chat? Hello to people watching me on the Twitch channel. I hope you're all looking forward to a great weekend. I certainly am looking forward to relaxing. I'm certainly looking forward to relaxing. So, we're going to do a quick recap since we did so much last time. And I felt like up here would be the best place to start. So, we finished our kelp farm here. You can see the arm going around with the mechanical harvesters on the front. We also got, if I get over this way a bit more so you can see a bit better, our smooshificator, our smoosher working down there with the new water wheel, as well as a basin and a depot for making new items. So we can now create the conveyor belts. We can also use it to create all of the plated items that we need. So definitely, got lost in the trees there, definitely was a very busy episode last time. We're going to veer away slightly, I think, this episode from all of the great stuff because you might have got a bit overloaded last time, and possibly go into what's called Tink's constructs. So, because we're getting to the point now where we have a bit more iron and we have a bit more things to be able to survive with for now, that maybe we need to now make some better tools, and I thought that might be a nice little break to start with. So let me pop these away real quick and I'll give you the blurb on Tinks. Check I closed the door. I did. Good. Okay, we're not going to get disturbed by any zomberts. So, Tinks. What do I mean by Tinks? I'm going to quickly go over my JEI and Tinks here. This is a huge, huge part of the mod. And in most modded worlds, this mod is here. It tends to be either the Tinks part or the smeltery part, or you can even get it with the Tinks armory part. So it's got a lot of different uses. But this one is definitely a better way of getting some tools that will last a bit longer, because with Tinks tools, like with normal Minecraft tools, if I keep using this iron pick, eventually it's going to break and I lose the iron, I lose the wood. I've got to go again and start making another one. If I use Tinks, it has uses, but it doesn't break when you've completed all of those uses. It becomes more like hitting something with a sponge or a wet piece of paper. And you can then come up and mend it. So it means that you're not losing your iron, you're not losing any resources, you're still using the iron to fix it, but you're not wasting as much resources. So if I give you a quick scroll through here, so you've got different types of glass, different types of slime and slime related grass blocks. That's more slime stuff, and you can actually grow slime trees here, but this is what we're going to start with here. So the crafting station, the Tink station, the part builder, the related boxes as well. I do kind of recommend you make the related boxes. It just makes life a little bit easier. We're also going to see if we can gather up enough materials to actually make the better smeltery. So we've got this here, which is the seared melter, and we will still use this because we made it. We might as well use it. But we're going to make the bigger melter, probably back here where we've made this nice space, because that seems like a good place to put it, really, with the rest of the storage items. So let's get started. So first we want to make the crafting station. Very simple. It's a pattern and either a crafting table or a crafting pattern and a log. The beauty of this is it's not quite like the regular crafting table. So with the regular crafting table, you put some things in, and when you leave it, all of the things pop out again. You can see it bounced back into my inventory bar there. with the crafting station, the items tend to stay on the crafting table. So if you're making a lot of things, it will stay on there rather than popping off and being kind of annoying. So we need to make ourselves a pattern, which is simply 2 planks, 2 sticks, both diagonal into the crafting grid. You might as well make a couple of these. So I've got some wood already. Pop those in there. There we go. Right, we've got ourselves some patterns. Pop that in there. The crafting table goes underneath it. You've got the crafting station. Simples, right? Simples. Very, very easy to use so far. I think you'll agree. I'm going to make a little hole here. I just like this layout. You don't have to do this layout, but it works for me. So we're going to pop the crafting station down into there. And as I say, you pop them there. You can see very carefully there. You can still see the patterns and the cobblestones. So it stays in the crafting station. The next thing we need to make is the tink station, which again is planks and patterns. I did gather a little bit of wood because I knew that we'd probably be doing this time, so not to worry, don't need to go harass any trees this time. And all we're going to do is tink station, so 3 patterns, 4 logs in the shape of a table or an upside down U. Gives you the tink station. Bum, 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 pop that there. The tinker station is the block that you use to make all of the tools. So if I stop really quickly and show you this bit. So this is where you would upgrade your tools. You have different items you can upgrade your tool with, but also where you would put them together to make them. So this is the short sword. So what you need for the short sword, you see your components down here. You need a small blade, a tool handle, and another tool handle. Will give you the sword. Simple. The same applies. So you get a dagger. You get a kammer. I think that's how you pronounce it. Kammer. You can use it basically as a hoe. The hand axe, the pickaxe, and the mattock, which is kind of do it all in one thing. I haven't really ever bothered making one of those. I usually just stick with the basic items. But and interestingly, because I put it in that cross pattern on the floor, it reads to the other benches, so you don't have to exit out of it to then go into the craft station. You've got it on the little tabs here, so you can switch between them. Right. Hopefully you followed with that one. Hopefully. We also need the part builder, which again is just 2 patterns, 2 oak planks. Gives you the part builder. What does the part builder do? Pop it here. So this is the bench that you need to start building some of your patterns. If I pop the patterns in here, you'll see I've now got a number of options to make here. So like the tool handle, we know we need a tool handle, but we've got a pattern. We now need to put a resource in here to make it. So if I pop some logs in there, for example, you'll now see I've said this is the pattern, this is the ingredient, give me the tool handle. It will give me the tool handle. So we'll make 2 of those because we're going to make a sword first, and we needed 2 of those for a sword, right? Easy. I also do recommend making the part chest and the tink chest. You don't have to, but I generally recommend it. It's a lot simpler to keep it all in one place rather than having to search around and scrap around and try and find it. So yeah, preferences I suppose. So part chest. Oop, leave some of my patterns back. I left them in the box, didn't I? There we go. So we're going to pop it here and make the part chest, which will hold all of your extra parts. So if you made too many, you can pop it in the thing. Hi Too! Hi, how you doing, lovely? Thank you for joining us tonight. And you've got the tink chest, so make that one as well. So some lapis, which we found on other digs, the chest, the pattern, and some planks. So now we've got those 2 made. And again, it's just personal preference really on these ones. You don't have to use them, but I feel like it completes the space. It also links to the other ones. I don't believe if you put a chest in there, it won't link to the craft station. So if I'm building something new, I've got all the things I need to access here, straight off the bat, rather than having to go scrap around and find it. So we've got our 2 wooden tool handles, like so. Now what we want to do is we want to make the small blade. Now this is a little bit more complicated, so bear with me. We're going to go back to our part builder because we need to make the small blade, which at the moment is being made in wood. But we're going to do something clever with this over here. The stream is going. The stream is here. Ta-da! Two's just asked how the stream is going. The stream is doing. Just got started. Starting on Tinks rather than going straight into the create stuff at the moment. Just because we did a lot of create last time and we're now at a point where we need better tools. So, quickly going to explain this bit here. So we've made the small blade, right? Hold shift for stats, you can see that's the durability, that's what it can mine, rada. I don't want to make a wooden sword. I am beyond the point of a wooden sword. Beyond that. So what I've made is a blank sand cast, which is 1 sand will make 4 blank sand casts. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop it in the casting table, like so, right click, and then you take your wooden small blade and you push it into the sand and then take it out, and it leaves an indent for where you want to pour your metal into. So if I snag some ingredients here and pop it into here, into the melter, it will melt that up, and then we will pour it into our newly made sand cast. So that's now melted. Right click to get it into the cast. All of these casts have a slightly different amount required to make it, but usually it's either 2, 4, 6, etc. So it's easily figured out. So as you can see, the metal now is poured into the basin, but the sand has burnt away because it's only got one use. Eventually we can make some actual casts that you can keep reusing, but for now we just need it to do the basic, so we're just using the sand cast. Yeah, so many different items. Two is just saying so many different items. That's why we're going slow. We're going slow so that people can keep up and understand as well what we're doing and why we're doing it. So I now have everything I need. If I shimmy everything to the sides that we don't need at the moment. Inventory management, not the best. There we go. So we now have the 2 tool handles and a small iron blade, right? You'll now see it's got a different statistic on it. So instead of cultivated 1, it's got sturdy. And now you can see instead of being able to only chop up wood, it can do iron. So as it goes up, you'll be able to dig or do better things. So I want to put all this together, so I'm going to go to the Tink station. I'm going to select the sword, because that's what we're making. And I'm going to click those to get them in there. There we are. And you've got an iron sword. Ta-da! How is this different from this one? For a start, you can see the durability. You can see the different stats, so the attack damage, etc., the attack speed, the mining speed, and the available upgrades. These can be upgraded, so you can add other stuff to them to make it better. So you can add like a diamond, or you can add... so I believe, if I get this right, and I'll have to double check this, so don't take me on the word for it. Why isn't it called Ender Generation Simulator? It needs to be called that, doesn't it? It's so if let me get this right. Diamonds, which increases the durability, so it means you'll be able to do more damage with it. If it's a sword or if it's a pick, it'll last longer. If you use redstone on it, it'll increase the speed. If you use lapis on it, it increases the luck. So it's still kind of the same Minecraft enchants, but it's slightly different as well. You'll see what I mean as we go on. But for now, we've made ourselves an iron sword from the Tinks construct. So I'll pop that in my bar, and we're going to do that again because I'm about to hopefully replace these two guys as well if we have enough iron. So, go back to my part builder. Oh, in fact, sorry, back step. Go to my Tink station and see what I need. So, I want to make a pickaxe. I select the pickaxe here, and it says I need a pickaxe head, a tool handle, and a tool binding. Easy. So we're going to go over to our part builder now. We want a tool handle, which I'm going to make out of wood again. A tool binding, going to make out of wood. And a pickaxe head, also wood. But we're going to do the same thing we did earlier. So we're going to take the blank sand cast and shove it into the table. We're then going to take the pickaxe head and shove that into the sand, making a new cast. And then we're going to, hopefully we've got enough in here still, but probably not. Right click. Yeah, we didn't have enough. But as you can see, it's not like it's wasted that. It's just going to sit there until I give it enough. It will only take as much as it needs. So, simple. The reason for the part chest, well, we've already used the pickaxe head and we're not going to be making it into the tool. So you can pop it into the part chest. And each time you pop something in here, like the small blade, it gives you another box to add more into. So, almost unlimited. The same applies for this one. Just generally really, really handy to have. So, yeah. Right, so we're going to go back over here. This is now melted again. So, right click. And you can see it left some in here. And that's now cooled off and used up the sand cast that we made. We now have everything we need to make the pickaxe. So we come over here to the Tinker station again, pop in the handle, the tool binding, and the head. And now you'll see we've got slightly more stats. So hold shift, and you can see this one's actually got mining level is iron still, but you can do 3 upgrades. You can add 1 ability and 1 pierce damage. Now I'm not going to hit a zombie over the head with the pickaxe, but I could if I wanted. You don't need to be smart. It's just, so 2 says, I'm reading that you need to be smart to understand this. Not necessarily. Once you've got the hang of it, I mean, it took me a very, very long time to understand it. I joined a modded server with some of my friends for the first time. They built the pack rather than just downloading one from CurseForge, and it took me the longest time for me to figure out all of that. I mean, honestly, I'm not the bee I am now compared to when I first started it. This, once you figure it out, this gets easier, I promise. So what do I mean by upgrades? Well, I don't have any redstone to show at the moment, but I do have some diamonds. So, I mentioned upgrades. Are you ready for this? This window here upgrades things. I don't know if I can do it at this point, because I don't know if I can use a diamond in here, but we'll see. If not, we'll just make the next one. So when you upgrade an item, you pop that in there, and you can see your modifiers. Hover over the entries. So in here you learn more about what the cultivated and the sturdy mean. So because I've used wood in this material, it will actually start mending itself when I'm not using it because it's wood. Because I've also used iron, I've got the well-made sturdy, so it's made from the strongest iron. It means it's going to take longer to break. To upgrade it, we pop a diamond in here, and you can see it's not applied it yet, so I can just change my mind and go, actually I don't want to do that. But go over here, rich, I'm rich apparently. It says increased durability and stats. So you can see here now the attack damage is 7. The durability has well, nearly doubled. And I've used one of the upgrades. So you can only really upgrade them as far as many spaces is on the thing. This is simple. Stop it. So I've just upgraded it to make my sword slightly better. I'll pop that in there as well so you can see the difference again. Cultivated 2. Because I've used wood twice in this tool, it's going to repair itself quickly. The sturdy, well made from the strongest iron, and this time piercing, so the tool deals bonus damage with attacks through armour. I'm still not going to be hitting things with my pickaxe, but it's there if I want it. And that one has the same as our sword started off with, so economical and well made. And the beauty is, these don't break. So you don't ever have to worry about being down in the mines and it breaks and that's it, you've lost it again. It does, however, get to the point where it doesn't have enough to keep going. And then you do need to think, oh, actually, I need to go back and repair it or whatever. Torch on. Oh, hello. Ooh, hello. Do you spy that down there? So I'm just going to double check I'm not being creeped. I think I see one of the little gems in this pack. So I am actually going to break the rule and stand on that. Because... So I found one of these before. Only one. And not in this game. It appears to be some kind of laboratory. If you hover over it, it's a laboratory with chisel. But it has these pots that give you treasure as well, so it's kind of worth sneaking in here. But it has got a lot of holes, so you've got to be a little bit careful. But the treasure pots mean you've got extra loot to grab. Double checking everything. You've got a lot of these again as well with the mystical things. Although that looks like that's just another brick. What are you? Tyrian rust. It's just another decorative block. Well, what were the chances of finding that down here? Again, it would be very annoying if you fell down this. It wouldn't kill you, but it's annoying. And we have that up there. That's going to make life a little bit easier. So this is the fluid pipes from the next chapter. So I'm going to nick those while I can because it's going to save more materials. It's all about saving materials, really. That looks like a duct of some type. We've got doors and walls. More ducts and things. Oh, we've got another fluid pipe. Again, anything that saves you money or saves you time and energy, well worth it. Oh, hello. Although that lava, no. What Well, that was a bit hair-raising. Oh, they make a good sound when they get broken, though. Not the pots, these things. Take a listen. I'll be quiet for 2 minutes. Do you hear that? And I'm going to assume I don't have a bucket to pick it, but that might be liquid slime. Yeah, that's definitely liquid slime. I'm able to jump slightly higher in it. Quite like the sound it makes when you break it. Dong, dong. Got another pot there. Oh, that one gave us a diamond. And what is that? 2 says the old adage of whatever kills you makes you stronger. I tend to go with whatever kills you annoys you a lot, shall we say? That does make a good sound though. Dong, dong, dong. I don't know what I'll use those for, but I guess they're coming with me now. Right. I think we've looted all of the pots in here, so that was quite a good find. Not really, like, groundbreaking things, but still quite nice. So I made this pickaxe out of iron. All I need to do now, I'm going to grab the diamond as well, because I'll pop that on there too. So all I need to do now, it is damaged, is pop it in here with the iron, and as you can see, it will turn it into fresh again, so I don't have to go make another one. It uses up 2 of my iron ingots. As you keep doing that, it does get more and more expensive, but it's still well worth it beyond having to then do it all again. So popping that diamond in uses up one of my upgrades, but now means I can mine at a diamond level, which makes it that much more important. So I'm definitely going to use the diamond to upgrade that, because it means it will last longer. And that's what we're all about. We want to be able to mine for days and days on end and not have to worry about coming up for air. Right, simple. So now we have all of our ores here, currently not melted in any shape, form or variety, and especially the iron ore that we just picked up. We want to be able to cook it. But I don't want to stand here for the next 2 hours putting it through this that has only 3 slots. I want to be able to chuck it into a bigger one and use that instead. So all we're going to do, if I remember where I put them, there they are, is make a better smelter. Oh, the glass again. There it is. Make a better smeltery. So we go back to Tinks. And over here, so the first things first, we're going to make a couple of these guys. So the casting base and the casting table, you need some of those. The faucet, you need that. So we're just going to make a couple of quick, easy. One of those. One of these. We're also going to want, I think, one of these. Definitely one of these. Input and output. Copper. We need 2 because we have 2 basin and table to pour it into. What else do we need? Whenever I make one of these, I always end up getting a bit confused because I think, yeah, but which one is it supposed to be? Fuel tank. So that definitely is a thing. Is it the controller? I think it's the controller. I think we need to make something from Tinks to make it to work. Oh, from Create to make it to work. If I remember correctly. But, I mean, could be fun. Could be fun. Right, so we've got exactly enough sealed mechanisms. I said that right, didn't I? Mechanisms. Honestly, I didn't say it right again, did I? So we're going to take some of our seared bricks. Just one in the middle. Surround it with the sealed mechanism. You get the controller. So we're going to pop that in the line. And then we're going to dig back here a bit. You'll see why in a second. So I said I don't want to sit around and wait for things to cook up. I want to be able to just shove it in one great big thing. This is your mod. this is the thing to do. Because you can make these as big or as small as you want. Now, when you first start out, it's kind of difficult to make it anything big because you're strapped for materials and whatnot. But it is easy to do as well. I think I've used the wrong thing there. That's what happens when you talk too much. Oopsie. Oh, good. I have enough to do some more if I need to. Right. So you need to have a smeltery controller, a fuel tank. You also need to have the chutes. That's why we made the copper, isn't it? I'm a silly bean. Doo-da, doo-da. It's fine. We have some more clay, some more sand, and some more gravel, which is what makes the grout. So clay, sand, and gravel makes the grout. You just then cook up the grout to turn it into the seared bricks. So we can do that really quickly. There we go. Simple. How did they end up with an extra torch again? Oh well, doesn't matter. Pop it down for now. There we go. Right. So as I was saying, you can make these any size you want. For now, we're probably not going to start with anything too big because, well, we don't have all of the grout in the world. But we're definitely going to get a nice sizable thing that will be able to hold a lot more than this diddy thing here. A lot more. So what you need to do, you must use a seared something. There's other options, so if you want to have a different looking one, you can have seared cobblestone or you know, seared bricks, seared fancy ones or pavers, so on and so forth. So it doesn't need to be the bricks. I just kind of like the bricks. So you need to line the bottom first. So that's the bottom. That's the area I want to make, a 2 by 3 area, right? You then need to encase it. So if I take these blocks out and go back here, you can go on the diagonal. So you don't have to fill in this block here, but you do need to surround it as though it was caught on all sides by the seared bricks. Right? Simple. Back here, we're going to grab the freshly minted blocks, because what I want to do now, if I can find it, is make not that one. We definitely don't have that yet. We definitely don't have that yet. Probably not that one. That we've got already. It's this one, the seared drain. We want to make 2 of these, because this will be how you get your fluid out of your machine. And it's the last 2 blocks that we actually need to place. So we go 1 here and 1 here. As you can see, the holes now have... Oops, wrong way. Let's turn them around. It makes it look a bit better. It doesn't matter in the hole, but I would like it to look nicer than that. 1 there, 1 there. Now, when you attach the faucets, they go straight over those holes. There you go. This is now considered a working furnace. The only difference is, at the moment, I can stand in it and do whatever I want because it's not on. Right? It's when it's on that it's trouble. So to access the smeltery, you right-click on the controller part of it, and in here you can put your ores in to start processing. There is a tank in the structure, silly. I guess it's just because it hasn't got any fuel in it at the moment. So the next thing really is to go get some fuel. And I think I know exactly where we need to go. So this one is working by coal here. So you're using the coal to melt the thing. This heater uses lava, which is a little bit more dangerous to go collecting. Once you get to the nether, it's a lot more easy, because, I mean, there's lava all over in the nether. But for now, I know exactly where some lava is. Right at our front door. So we're going to pling into here real quick and grab that. And hope that we don't burn to death trying to grab that. One can hope, hey. Thankfully, there's water next to it, which makes it slightly easier. Hup. There we go. Right click. Gotcha. That then should get rid of that dangerous piece of cave area that we've been narrowly avoiding. Going to pop some more torches because now the lava's not going to light this area up. I heard a zombie. Hello? Hello? Well, maybe he's upstairs. Doesn't matter. So I've snagged my bucket of lava. Gonna run back to my base again. And we're gonna get the furnace actually rocking. Which is pretty much the aim of this episode, was to get Tinks explained and also working so that we've then got tools which can be used and mended rather than constantly having to make something new again. So, simples. Nice chill episode this time. I mean, to be fair, they're all chill, but I mean, much nicer having a chill event. Here we go. So we're back up into the inventory room now. My little chest room. The way to get the lava into this one is to right click. So you take your bucket of lava and right click on the seared fuel tank. Still doesn't like it, does it? Well, that's not the end of the world. We can always move it. Yeah, definitely not working as part of the structure. So to take it out, right click, break that, and I'll put it in as though it's part of actually the structure and not just on the corner. Pop that in there, and let's chest it again. There we go. Now you can see the lava is in there. All we have to do then is take our ores. So let's take our iron, go into the smeltery controller here, and the item cannot be melted. I think you need to grind it first. Ripperonis. I'll show you with the iron nuggets either way, because that's what we're making. So pop it in there, and you'll see now it starts melting. You can see it's used a bit of the lava, and here it's turned it into the nuggets there. So if I cook up some more just to show you, it's now there. 1 ingot and 3 nuggets. So the way to get it out, now that you've cooked it, right click on the faucet like before, and it will go into our new cast. If you want to automate this, you can. All you have to do is, once it's built up another level, is add some levers, and the levers will let it continually pour as it then chills off. If you put some hoppers underneath here, going into a chest here, it will automatically pull the freshly baked block or ingot out and put it into there, allowing this to continue pouring. We will get to that point. I don't think we're quite there yet, but we will get to that point. So how to use it with the create crushed stuff. You need to turn it into dust. Didn't realise this, but you need to turn it into dust, and the way to do that is using the millstone. So hold W to ponder. This is quite a handy item. We'll probably get into that next time, since we're nearing the end of today's episode. But you plop stuff into the grindstone or the millstone, and it does, as you would imagine, it mills the items, turns it into the dust variety, and it can be extrapolated using one of the andesite tunnels or funnels, so that you can then send it on another journey to go and do something else. I've used it before to process ores. You also need it to process the meteorite that you can dig up eventually. You can also put wheat in there and turn it into dough, so you can then make better bread. Well, we're thinking about, but we'll get into that next time, because I think we've done enough for today. We've got our Tinks construct station here. We made ourselves some better tools. We also made ourselves a better smeltery controller. And this is episode 6. We didn't die. That's always a win. I even have some more bricks cooking up, so we might be able to make it super duper size. And we got the fish thingy working again, so not too shabby. Not too shabby. So it's slightly shorter episode again, but I've realised, or come to realise, that most of the people that watch my streams do tend to only last about an hour and a half anyway, because it tends to be quite heavy and quite full. But I hope that you all enjoyed tonight, just relaxing with me. And I do hope I'll see you again on the next stream, which is next Wednesday, where we'll get into making the mill. This guy here. And see if we can make ourselves both some bread and get the rest of the smeltery machine going. So for now, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye bye.